And welcome in to In-Game Chat. Excuse me. Welcome into In-Game Chat for Saturday, November the 18th, 2023. It is season 17, episode 39. I'm Scott.
And I'm RJ.
And welcome into the show, everybody. Trying to get an adjustment here as I'm looking at my levels there as I'm talking to you. Trying to fix that for you as best I can. So, anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. Let me get this out of the way real quick and do the thing. Thing is done. On with the show. Oh, if you'd like to get in touch with us, I'll tell you about that in a minute. If you'd like to get in touch with us, our phone number is 334-272-9228. Check out ingamechat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at ingamechat. You can find us on Facebook there as well. You can email us, everyone, at ingamechat.net. Streaming on Twitch, go to twitch.tv, search for ingamechat. You'll find us. And you can watch us live while we broadcast. And join in the chat room with us as well if you want to. Also, don't forget about our Discord, which is up and running. And you can join in the Discord and actually join us on the show live more than you could if you were doing the Twitch thing. Once we get Twitch integration, which we won't. There's no way we would hand over Twitch integration to people in chat to like change how the show works or something like that. If we were not on actual radio, then maybe. But given that, so anyway, point being, welcome to the show, everybody. It is the as show notes go, and as time has gone over and over again, we will not be doing a show next week here in the States. It is the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Starts on Thursday and goes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yeah, just so you know, no show next week. There will be a replay next week, and it will be this show. So hope you had a great Thanksgiving and all your teams won. And the Black Friday thing is really what we're here for. The reason that we'll rerun this show next week is because we're going to talk about Black Friday deals. That's always usually the plan. And the issue with that is that Black Friday doesn't look great this year. The deals aren't good. The best deals that we've had so far in this like Black Friday period type of thing have come from two unlikely places. Not brick and mortar stores and not really online stores, although they are online, but they didn't start as online stores. Mm-hmm. QVC and the Home Shopping Channel, or network, or whatever, HSN. Mm-hmm. Both of those places have provided better Black Friday deals than any other retailer. I don't ever remember a Black Friday where I said, you know what, you ought to look up the Home Shopping Network's deal on this. No, never. But I will say it's only been for like two specific games. Well, you probably add three into that now. Super Mario Wonder that came out just back in October, is a first-party Nintendo title, doesn't get discounts. If you were quick, you could have nabbed it for $30 through, I think, the Home Shopping Network. Super Mario RPG, which just came out this week, I think the same deal was available. I had heard you got to jump through some hoops to get to it, but you could get to it and, get yourself a copy of Super Mario Wonder or Super Mario RPG. And they also, when they have it in stock, they also have Spider-Man 2 for the PS5. The deal on that one isn't as great. I think it knocks it down to like $50, which I say isn't as great for a game that is that caliber that was released that soon. Yeah, $50. I never expected to see really a deal for that. So getting it for cheaper is pretty good right now. But I wasn't, especially all three of the games that I just mentioned, I was not expecting any kind of discount at all. Yeah. Those were going to be full price. I expected Assassin's Creed Mirage. I expected Final Fantasy 16, which kind of surprised there weren't that many deals for that. Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat 1, all the stuff that kind of has released, Diablo 4, has released previous in the year, all the way up to about September, with the exception of a Ubisoft title, because Assassin's Creed Mirage came out in October, very first week of October, and yeah, it's already got a deal. But the deals aren't looking great for the Black Friday. I don't know if you popped open the spreadsheet there, but I've got it open on my end. And we're going to go through those. We're going to go through that. We're going to go through the some news. Some news, there's some news. More people getting laid off. The Embracer Group is who I'm talking about. Amazon Games as well. Had some also. And just as maybe an apology, I don't know, under the weather feeling a little bit here. Which, yeah. Saying you're sick in a radio station is the equivalent to yelling fire in a theater. So I'm not trying to do that and say that I am, but that something's happening, and I am going to medicate heavily once I return to the house after the show. Heavily. And that is not a euphemism for anything.
I was about to ask you.
It does not mean anything but the medicine. Actual medicine.
The other stuff is called medicine in some locales too.
Right. I'm talking your
both of them make you pass out.
Yeah, though. I'm talking like your Theraflu and your Alka-Seltzer Cold. I'm talking that stuff and bed rest. So that is in my future for this evening. Oh boy. So, yeah, going to try and tackle that. But today we're going to tackle Black Friday as best we can. If you guys know of any deals, or if you know of anything you're trying to find deals on, put it up in the chat room, throw it in the Discord, let us know somehow so I can do some searching for you and see what I can find. I have found a ton of storage deals, and by storage I mean hard drive for your PC, or at this point for your console if you want to do that. There has been everything from your external drives to your internal drives, a ton of NVMe drives that are just going on sale. In fact, one of my early purchases for Black Friday, and possibly my only purchase for Black Friday given the deals that I've seen, I finally got a hard drive for my Steam Deck.
Okay.
There's a deal that may still be available on Newegg. I don't know. I got it through Wario64 on Twitter, which, by the way, this time of year is a great time to follow him if you don't mind getting updated probably 10, 15 times an hour of new deals going on. But he had a deal on Newegg for a 1 terabyte NVMe drive that goes inside the Steam Deck for $45. Now, my first alert is that's too good to be true. These things run $100. And I've seen them on sale for maybe 90, or 80. 45, that's unreal.
We start thinking about who's the manufacturer, what's the specs on it, all types of things to see why exactly that much of a discount.
Right. I posted in forums, or actually other people posted in forums because they saw this too, and they're like, "Whoa, what's the deal here?" People did their research, found out it was a company that had split from Intel, and that's what they did. They made those kind of cards, and they split off from Intel, or made those drives and stuff. They split off from Intel, did their own thing. They're perfectly legit, and not bad at all. I'm not saying it's great. A Western Digital would be ideal for a 1 terabyte drive. Be a little careful on going for the 2 terabyte drives, only for the fact that I'd heard the more space that you have into your system, or at least the Steam Deck system, it actually will slow it down for whatever reason.
File check?
Maybe. I'm not sure, but it's 1 terabyte's like a sweet spot. 2 terabytes is going to give you that, and by the way, slowing you down is probably on something that is very minuscule, but still a statistic. So, not going to brick your system or anything like that.
Yeah, but it'll alter the performance.
Possibly alter the performance going higher with 2 terabytes, which 2 terabytes I think is as high as you can go in those size drives at the moment. Give it time, that'll change. But anyway, I got that. I haven't gone through the process of changing out the drive yet and going through everything that I want to go through to get it done, but I have it now, and so probably something I'll work on over the Thanksgiving holiday. Depending upon how I feel tomorrow. Maybe I'll look into it tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, so we'll see about that. But
somebody noticed about your Black Friday
what's up?
list.
You're missing something?
Well,
it's not mine, but yes.
I know, but GameStop sure is.
Yeah, I don't know
the gaping hole that is the spot where GameStop is.
I don't think I don't think they've released their ad yet. In other words, I don't think they've released like what's going to be on sale from them.
Yeah, but
which is another thing.
Close, man.
Yeah, it is. They're cutting it close, and it's another thing. We're not going to be able to get to those that I know of. I need to go to my Black Friday thread that I have on the forums. I don't know when they're going to release those. Best Buy only released theirs like just a couple days ago. So yeah, I'm looking through some threads now. Let's see. Yes.
Makes me wonder about Black Friday in general. Is it going the way of the Steam sale?
Dollar General is doing their 20% off multi-pack gift cards again. I took advantage of this hard last year. In other words, if you want PlayStation Network, PlayStation Store or Network Credit, whatever, a $30 card is going for $24. So $6 off, that sort of thing. But it's the multi-pack. Okay, because it's $10 per card. You get it for $24, yeah. Let's see. GameStop is running a promo for the next 2 days where you get $50 off any new game priced $40 or higher. What?
50% off?
Yeah, but if the game is priced $40 or higher and you get $50 off... That seems weird. But you get that when you trade in 2 select titles, and they have a list that you can pick from. So I'm just looking through the thread, see if there was anything new that had popped up that maybe for the GameStop or maybe for, I don't know, for anything else. Target's game deals start tonight at 2 a.m. is when those will hit.
Okay.
That's when their Black Friday stuff will take effect. Assassin's Creed Mirage right now at QVC is $25 when you use a code, which is Holiday 20. There is free shipping available for that. Oh, but it's only the PS4, the Xbox version, not PS5 or Xbox Series X. Mm-hmm. So keep that in mind.
Not the current gen, the last gen. Mm.
Looking through. Just to see what may be out there. Looking for VR deals. I'm just checking. I'm looking through the forum to see if there was anything that had popped up. And I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, we got some really good deals for consoles. Like if you don't have a console yet, you're looking to get one of the new ones, there are a few avenues for you to take, and we'll kind of go over those a little bit later on if you're looking for an Xbox Series X or S or a PlayStation 5. I'm looking here. Okay. That's it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list for PS4 titles. Nothing really stands out to me, really.
No, it's not a good one. It's not a good Black Friday. I was expecting a lot more for a lot less. Mm-hmm. Assassin's Creed Mirage going for $40 seems ridiculous. That felt like it should have been $30, which it was for the when you got it through the Home Shopping Network and stuff. Which Home Shopping Network is not listed on the spreadsheet that we've got. In fact, let me post the spreadsheet for you guys in the chat room, so you guys can have a look at it as well, and just keep that going. You know, take a look at that. It's going to be nice. The tabs at the bottom go through the games. Got systems. Then you've got accessories. I know you usually go around buying a controller every year around this time. Mm-hmm. Then there's the movies. So tons of movies. Lots of 4K flicks on sale this holiday season. And then it's got TV shows as well for you to pick from if you want to do that also. But, I mean, it's a massive list. It doesn't have the tech side of things. Like if you're looking for a TV or if you're looking for a hard drive, computer components, stuff like that. It doesn't have anything like that. It really just covers your games, your systems, your accessories, and then your movie deals and your TV deals. As far as shows, not TVs, and as far as actual TVs. I have not looked over a Black Friday ad at all this season so far. I think I flipped through one for Target or Walmart. I can't remember which one. I think it was for Target. And really didn't see anything that was...
Nothing stood out.
Nothing. Mortal Kombat 1, for instance. I really thought... Let's see. Let me go down the list here. Do you have Mortal Kombat 1?
No. It's on PS5.
That's right. It's only on PS5.
Only on PS5,
I keep making that mistake, dude.
Yeah. Look. To be fair, I thought it was going to... I assumed...
It's on the Switch.
It was going to be on PS4, yeah. Poorly. very, very poorly on the Switch, but yeah, I assumed that it was going to be on the PS4 because all the other ones were. But yeah, they just made it for the current gen systems only. So, oh well.
$40 across the board for Mortal Kombat. You want it on your Switch, PS5, or Xbox systems? You're going to pay $40 for that one. Yeah, $40. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad for just a recently released. I don't know why. I know that Assassin's Creed Mirage. Is a small game. In other words, they didn't charge full price for that game at all. Mm-hmm. I think it was originally $50, maybe. And now it's down to $40. So it may have been $60. I don't know if games are going for $70 or $60 now. I'm not sure. I haven't bought a console title in a while.
Well, it was $70 on the current gen and $60 on the last gen. Well, it's
for Mirage?
You said current gen and next...
yeah.
previous
right.
gen, yeah.
Let me look. I'm going over to Amazon. Assassin's Creed. $45. Regular is $60. The regular is $60. It's going for $40. So $20 off on that one. That sounds like that's in line, but it's always felt like they've gone. Excuse me, let me bring this microphone closer to me. It always seems like they've gone lower than that for that title, or for Ubisoft games whenever they release anyway. It seems like they've gone lower.
Yeah,
but I could be wrong. I don't remember last year. I probably have the spreadsheet for last year. Oh man, I bet I do. Where? Let me. I tell you what. We'll take a break here, and when we come back, we'll talk about what we played. But I am going to see if I have a link to the spreadsheet from last year. I bet I do. We're going to come back with more of in-game chat here in just a moment. Our big Black Friday show here. Music here from the VR version of The Seventh Guest, which is a game that I played a long time ago on a Pentium 2 or something. It was a 486 DX40 Pentium, blah, blah. It was old. It was an old PC, buddy. And Seventh Guest, one of the first games I ever played when I broke away from like doing the shareware thing and playing Doom 3, Doom, well, it wasn't Doom, it was Wolf 3D, and then Doom, and like just clone after clone of that stuff. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, let me look into some gaming. And Seventh Guest was the game that I picked to do that with. Which is interesting, given it was sort of promoted as, I wouldn't say horror, but it's a spooky game. It's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. It's not really. But I didn't know that at the time. But I pick a title that I probably normally would not pick today. It's like, that's a horror game? Oh, I don't want to play a horror game. I don't like being scared while I'm playing my games. Anyway, this is music from the Seventh Guest VR version, and it's the title theme, and we'll be back with more of In-Game Chat and more sales coming up here on In-Game Chat. And welcome back into In-Game Chat. That is music from... Well, it's odd. We just did Seventh Guest, and now we're doing World of Horror. You'd think we were back in October for some reason, but these are games that released in October, of course, so some of them were on the spooky side. But yeah, World of Horror, the mansion combat music is what that is. World of Horror is that game that is based on... Is it Junji Ito?
Junji Ito?
He writes the manga that he does. Yeah.
Horror themed, disturbing imagery, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is a game based on his work.
Okay.
Which I adore his work. It is fascinating to see, if not as disturbing as it can be.
Well,
Yeah, it can sit in your head. These images, they just stay there.
Yeah, years they can sit in there. Yeah.
The what is it? That's My Hole or whatever that one is. The body shapes inside the mountain side or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, that's the one for me. That's where I fit. And he gets in there and he just keeps going and it gets smaller and smaller and it keeps going. Yeah. It's good stuff. Good stuff. So, anyway, welcome back to the show. To talk about what we played, I'm going to throw it to RJ first because I ain't played much. What's up with you?
Pretty much more the standard fare, the 3 that I've been playing all this month, really, and the month before. But I did play a little bit of GTA Online just to see what was going on, see if there were any events going up. And apparently they've got some Doomsday heist event going on. Basically, everybody tried to do this heist, and if we can get like 100 billion of total loot gathered, you'll get a livery to this expensive sports car that you probably don't have in your inventory. So yeah, a lot of motivation on that. Try to play a little bit more of Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
And I wanted to boot up Guilty Gear before coming up here, but there was an update. So that was going to take a minute, so I had to skip that. But other than that, just that bit of gaming this week.
Yeah. For me, it wasn't much either. Last Sunday, after I posted the show, I was kind of looking for something to play. I really didn't feel like jumping into Cyberpunk.
All right, don't get the.
I know,
yeah,
I know.
don't
I'm
get
already
that
kind of
gap in
sitting at that point where it's been a while, but I just didn't feel like jumping into it. And for whatever reason, and I don't know why, I was just kind of looking through my library and I came across To the Moon, which I played. But it had a couple of other game releases since then. Mm-hmm. And I loaded up Finding Paradise, which is the sequel, but realized that in between To the Moon and Finding Paradise, there was like a bridge game, a mini game in between the two to bridge the stories from here to here, called A Bird Story. There's no dialogue. Well, there's no dialogue choices. There's not really any dialogue. There's no combat. There's really no puzzle solving. I mean, it is just a narrative that you play.
This visual novel?
Not even a visual novel. I mean, because you don't really read anything. You know, it is...
So is it a click here to advance the story type deal?
Well, basically, I mean, you do get free reign to move your character around. Mm-hmm. But there really isn't, as best I could tell, there really isn't a situation where you die or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's nothing that ends the game, sort of, from what I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. So I mean, you still have to play it. You still have to move the character where it needs to be, and and do the interactions that you're supposed to interact with to advance the story. It's very short, 2 hours maybe. You know, it's not very long at all. It was nice. It was not as moving as To the Moon was. Like, To the Moon is wonderful. It's a very moving story, and it's fascinating to kind of feel emotion out of. I'm so used to getting emotion out of your AAA titles, your games that look better than what To the Moon. To the Moon is all pixel art. Mm-hmm. It's all very, very low resolution pixel art. That's it. I say that. I don't want to say low resolution. They do a lot with pixel art, but it's all pixels. It's not polygons or anything like that. It's all pixels. Mm. And I am used to... At this point, I've played more games that are 3D and well polished and looks really, really good than I have played what I played growing up, your 8-bit Nintendo and your 16-bit Nintendo.
Yeah.
I've had more time in the advanced world of gaming than I have in the past world of gaming, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. And To the Moon, Finding Paradise, all of these games that I'm talking about that are in this series sit in the past. Not necessarily in the timeline as far as the story is concerned, but the visuals are very, they're old. So it was also the way that you play the game, where you don't have dialogue choices. You do read dialogue, but you don't pick what to say next or anything like that. I don't know. It moved me though. The whole thing at the end, once you beat the game, it was really, really beautiful, and I really enjoyed it. Which is why I'm looking forward to playing the sequel. And the bridge between the two, Bird Story, was nice. And it did have a nice little tease at the end saying, Finding Paradise, and it showed the character that I had just played is going to be in that game at a different age. I'm playing that character as a very young child, and I will be playing that next game as either, I guess, as he grows up or as an older person. I have no idea. I haven't loaded it up yet. So it's a great game, though. So I played that. And I also played a game, I think it's called Two Doors. It's a puzzle game. It's not much of a puzzle game. It looks like it was done on an app and then, like a touch screen and then ported over to a PC kind of. It's nice. I can play like a level or two in 10 minutes, and then move on with my day or whatever. It's not a situation where I'm getting locked into something that's going to take a while. I can beat this level, and then if I feel like it, I'll jump into the next one and beat that one, whatever the case. So I played that, and that is all. That is it. Did not play anything else other than that. So that is all I've done. Not a lot to go over there. But we got a lot to go over. Now, I did find the old spreadsheet, the one from last Thanksgiving, Black Friday. What I can't do is find really many comparisons. I did find where last year Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga was $30. This year it is $15. So I did see that. It's just hard to compare the two different lists because sure, what was on sale? Here's The Last of Us Part 1 and The Last of Us Part 2. Let me see about that and see if there's any there. There's The Last of Us Part 1 and The Last of Us Part 2. I'm doing some comparisons here. Excuse me. All right, Part 1 on PS5 was $50 last year. Part 1 on PS5 is $40 this year. That feels like it should be less. I mean, if you think about it, and I get it, different publishers, but the Lego example I just gave was half of what it was last year on sale. If this one was $50 last year, you'd think $25. And I will say this, people have found, I want to say GameFly may have a used copy for $30. So there is that. You want to go that route? Last of Us Part 2 is $20 this year at Walmart. Last year it was $10. Oh wait, that's for the PS4. Excuse me. Last of Us Part 2 is a PS4 title, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry. Oh, you're right. Last of Us Part 2 is $20 this year, and last year it was $10.
Oh, you're right.
So I was completely right on that. Wow. I'm still looking at it. Am I right? Yeah. Okay. Last year it was 10. This year it's 20. So this goes back to my whole thing of it doesn't look like it's a great year for Black Friday.
Well, it's like I said earlier, they're going the route of the Steam sale. It ain't what it used to be.
Yeah.
It's probably been that way for a while because I haven't been really invested in Black Fridays for a minute.
I always have. I've always,
I know. I know you've always been that way.
You know me. I used to camp.
Yeah. I had that one experience when I went to an actual line for Black Friday, and that was the last time I did it. And I was like, this is back when Best Buy was over at over where
right up the road here?
CS Plasma is right now.
Yeah. So Best Buy was the store you did it with?
Yeah, I went there.
What time did you go? Do you remember?
10. It was late. It was at night. I know it was
10
at
night.
nighttime.
Yeah,
nighttime. Yeah. Let's see. There were police there. People were cutting the line. Line was wrapped around Jason's
What year
Deli.
do you think this was? Do you remember?
Oh goodness.
I'm wondering if I was there. Did Prattville have a Best Buy at this time?
Ago?
Did Prattville have a Best Buy at the time?
Probably.
If they did, then that's where I was. But if they
Okay.
didn't, then I was up here. And by the way, for those of you who see that, I'm pointing because it used to be over here.
Yeah.
Say again. I'm sorry.
I want to say about. I'm just guessing, 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Probably longer than that. But yeah, what I remember was it was inconvenient. Didn't really see anything worth getting except Uncharted 3 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I picked that up. Got it and left. And the thing that everybody was in line for, wasn't available when the doors opened.
Yeah,
because in typical fashion, it was an inside job. the workers in the store got hold of the product before the customers did. So there you go.
man. The thing I remember about that is that the people who would be like, so Thanksgiving morning. Excuse me as my voice goes away. Thanksgiving was I always take a trip up to Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
And on my way out, I would drive through the parking lot of the Best Buy that was close by the house. Here, I couldn't do that. I was not going to drive up here to look for the parking lot and then drive back that way. Mm-hmm. So it was not convenient for me to do so. But I would always drive through the parking lot to let's see how it is at like 9, 10 a.m. the morning of Thanksgiving. And you would see 3 or 4 people sitting in line, waiting. And I'd be like, all right, go do my Thanksgiving thing. Come back home. On the way to the house, drive back by just to see how long the line is. Like, do I want to stop now or do I want to go to the house, grab some stuff, and then come back? And then I would check it out then. Those 4 people in the front of the line, the employees would come out with their vouchers saying like, okay, we're going to hand, you tell us what you're looking for, and we're going to hand you this sheet. That way, when you go in there, you're claiming whatever it is that you're asking for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you get one of these flyers, that means you're getting one of these items that you're asking for. But these guys up front would get a flyer for every single item that they could. They wouldn't take all the flyers. They couldn't because it was one per customer.
Right.
But if it was a camera and a TV and an Xbox and a blah, 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 all these different things, they'd take, give me one of each. Pulley would go down, then it'd be like, all right, we're out. Those are it. People up front would then start going to the back of the line. Got it. $20. It's yours. $30. It's yours. Whatever.
Yeah.
They would. That's exactly what they would do.
Scalpers.
It was exactly what they would do. It was a racket.
Yeah.
And
even with that voucher, there's no guarantee you would get it anyway.
No, the voucher pretty much sealed the deal for you, because if they didn't have vouchers, then that was it. They didn't have the item. So, I mean, people would turn around and leave because they were there for the one thing that now they don't have any vouchers, so they would leave. You were guaranteed the item. It was for their big doorbuster items. Not everything got a voucher. If you were going in for your Uncharted 3 or for like a thumb drive or a hard drive that's on sale or a camcorder that's on, something like that, they were, you didn't get a voucher. But like the deals on like it's a $200 65-inch TV, that's of crap quality, but it's $200 for a big TV. They would get vouchers on that, and you would be able to get it. They don't do that now. It's all done. They don't, they do Black Friday now, but they don't do it like that anymore.
So basically, Black Friday, like we said, Black Friday is just not what it used to be.
It just isn't. Like you said, it went the way of the Steam sale, where it just stopped. You know, I would say it stopped being fun. It's still fun to like find these deals when there's deals. When it's like this year, where it doesn't feel like there's deals, it's not fun. It's not fun. The fun of it, huh?
Well, they know you're coming, so yeah.
The fun of it was to know that I'm getting a game for feeling like I'm getting a game for a price I shouldn't be getting it for.
Yeah.
You know, but none of these feel like that.
Half off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Last of Us, for one, I know that game is quite old. Last of Us Part 2.
2020.
Part 2 was 2020?
I think. Was it?
Ooh, you may be right. You're exactly right. Part 2 is 2020. Yeah, no, it is. Part 2 is 2020.
God, dog, where'd the time go?
Right? Holy cow. Yeah, so Part 2 is 2020, and it is $10 more on Black Friday than what it was last year.
How'd that happen?
I know. I feel like that's dictated by Sony, I would imagine. I don't know. But that's just like, what? The longer something's been around, the deeper the cut should be as far as the deal on it.
Heck, maybe they're banking on that. No one checks the Black Friday sales from last year.
Yeah.
We just did.
Well, because we saw the prices and we're like, this looks bad. Basically, Walmart came out with theirs first, and when we saw Walmart, we're like, this does not give us any hope, because usually they're pretty set. You know, you're pretty much going to get the same price at either store. Maybe there's a difference in like, hey, this one's $19.95 at Walmart, but it's $20.95 at Best Buy or something like that. It was a slight difference.
Yeah, it's like $20 everywhere else, but Walmart's for some reason is $19.96.
Yeah, like just Walmart has Assassin's Creed Mirage for $40. Best Buy and Target have it for $39.99. You're not talking about a big difference there at all, if anything. But when Walmart released their prices, and we're seeing 40s and 30s and 20s for games that should be 30s and 20s and 10s, we're like, what is this going to be? And then we're like, okay, we'll wait for Best Buy to release theirs. Best Buy released theirs. All right, this is the kind of year we're going to get here, you know? I will say, with the exception of their movies, man, I don't know if you're in the market for physical media, but if you are and you got a 4K player, you're eating good this holiday season. $10 a pop for those movies, and that's physical. Normally you pay $10 to get them digital, but you $10 and you get there's a lot of 4Ks available for you. I don't think those include steelbooks, but yeah.
Jeez.
What you jeezing over?
Cinderella, $16.
Uh-huh. That's a little pricey.
From 1950.
Oh, the animated one. Yeah, I think that came out just recently, though. The 4K version on that. Your DualShock 4 Gold controller is $40 at the PlayStation Store. DualShock 4 recertified controller is $30 at the PlayStation Store. You looking for any other accessories at all?
No, not really. Only thing I'm looking for really is computer parts. Like I said, to rebuild the PC. Okay. These are trilogies. That's why.
Well, a 4 terabyte SSD, a Samsung 990 Pro 4 terabyte SSD at Best Buy is $250. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm curious if that is well, it's not an NVMe, but it's still an SSD drive, and that's pretty good. Also goes in. Wait a second, maybe it is an NVMe, because it's also listed for the PlayStation 5. I'll have to look that up. Headsets are on sale. There's some more. Okay, there. All right, so apparently accessories does have SSDs there, because you can put these in the consoles. And they've got 2 terabytes for $160 and 4 terabytes for $300. That is that's a Western Digital Black 4 terabyte SSD.
That's a stable line, right?
The black, yes.
Yeah.
That's hence the $300 price tag.
Yeah. Well, the general one is blue, I think.
I think blue is that or the red. I can't remember.
No, NOS is the red one. There's a red, the blue, gold, a purple.
There's green.
Green. Okay.
Green is for
black.
the
low power efficiency, something like
yes,
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Coming up to the top of the hour here. So when we come back, I'll go over those console deals. I don't know if anybody's in the market for a console, but it is genuinely considered the better deal for the Xbox Series X at Target. We'll go over why that is coming up in just a bit, but we'll also tell you what Best Buy's got it for Walmart, GameStop, and Amazon. These are all dictated by the companies that sell them. The other parts of it, and we'll get into that, are by the stores that sell them. Like Target has it where you get the console and you get a gift card to the store. Well, the gift card is Target's incentive of like, here, we'll give you this. And they have the better version there, which is why we're talking about that as far as the gift card's concerned. We're going to take a break here in just a minute, and when we come back, we will go to the phones. Oh, we also have Chris, who is waiting in the Discord. We got phones, we got Chris. We're going to get to all you guys when we come back to the show. We got music here from the sequel to Hot Wheels. I bet that's on sale, too. Let me check real quick. Where's it at? Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 is $40. The special edition is $40. The regular edition is $35. The special edition is only available at Walmart, so there you go. I don't see the first Hot Wheels game in the sale here, so keep that in mind. So we'll come back with more here on In-Game Chat in just a moment. This is just music. This is just race music from the game, not really any kind of theme to it. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. The theme from Gargoyles Remastered is what you've got there. And AC Wraith says, I love Gargoyles. Never played the game, though, nor did I. All right, jumping into the phones here. We got Chris on Discord, and we've got Rob on the line. Hey, Rob, you there?
Good afternoon. I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we got you all right. What's going on, Rob?
Well, first of all, I just kind of caught you what you're saying about 4 terabyte NVMe SSD, PlayStation 5 compatible.
Yes.
That really raises the skepticism in me because I went out and bought this really nice, fancy, expensive NVMe, and turns out the PlayStation 5 required the fourth generation NVMe drives, like the 970 series. I can't remember if that's Samsung or something, but not the 950. So 4 terabytes for roughly the price I paid for 1 terabyte.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That raises the question, is that really like maybe an external storage?
Well, I mean, I can look it up for you real quick. It's a Samsung 99... Okay, what was the price you paid for yours again?
Well, it was about a year ago, but it was about $200 and change for 1 terabyte. It might have been 2 terabyte, but I think it was 1 terabyte.
So do you want me to look at the 2 terabyte SSD or the 4 terabyte SSD?
Mainly the generation is that PCI Express NVMe 4th generation, PCI 4.0.
I know, but there's 2 different versions. There's the WD, there's a Western Digital, and a Samsung. Which one did you want me to look at?
Well, from what I understand, the Samsung is like the gold standard for PlayStation.
Sure, yeah. Samsung 990 Pro, and I can tell you Samsung...
Is that PCIe Generation 4x4 NVMe with heatsink for PS5?
I believe it probably is, yes.
I think I'm looking at I'm looking at it on Best Buy. I believe it is. It says 355.
Let's see. Samsung 990 Pro 4 terabyte SSD.
Yeah.
Hang on.
You looking on your Black Friday list for that?
I see it on the Black Friday list. I wanted to Google it to see if I could get it to come up where I could find what that is. Because all you're asking for is what the generation of it is. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I was totally disappointed when I bought one that wasn't the 970 and found my PlayStation didn't even recognize it when mounted in the NVMe slot inside the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Now I've got a Western Digital Black regular hard drive external storage just to temporarily dump my unused games on.
Right.
And of course you can play PlayStation 4 games from it.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as adding 4 terabytes to my PlayStation at that incredible bandwidth offered by the 4.0 PCI Express, that sounds like a killer deal. I'm not saying it ain't true, but it always makes me want to look at the fine print.
Well, the deal that I'm looking at here shows it as $289 on Amazon for the SSD 990 Pro 4.0 NVMe. So yeah, it's $289 there, but I believe by Black Friday it's going to be $250 at Best Buy. So yeah, I don't have Best Buy pulled up here. You said you pulled it up though, right?
From the main website, but there's no Black Friday pricing on here.
Do they happen to on their homepage have a Black Friday ad that you can scroll through?
Let's see.
It says Black Friday
deals. Let's see.
Yeah, I see that.
Let's see, Black Friday deals. Yeah, you talk about the fine print having a Generation 4, so yeah. Let's see. Video games.
Yeah, I don't see any deals, or I don't see any. What am I trying to say? Any like actual ad?
Yeah, everything's split up in
like a flyer,
categories or everything like that. So it's like laptops, computers, or PC gaming.
Yeah, that's what I'm pulling up here is laptops and computers and seeing if there's any sort of.
And also, for example, like my PC has 3 NVMe slots.
Right.
But only one of them requires the 4th generation, just like the PlayStation.
Right. Yeah. Most motherboards have two slots that are like the previous gens, and then one special slot that's your 4.0. Mine at home has the same thing. I got an NVMe space that can do the 3 or less, and then I've got one that's a 4.0. It's an MSI. Oh man, what was it? Not Thunderbolt.
Is it one of the tough?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't tough. It was not a Asus or Acer or whatever that is. It was an MSI, and I'm trying to remember.
Go with Asus, but yeah, I've seen some of those too. I actually have an MSI. I can't remember what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking it might be the board I'm talking about, but that's kind of irrelevant too. 64 gigs max RAM on it?
Yep.
Or is it 128?
Right. Mine could go to 128, but I only put 64 on it.
Yeah, I didn't have the money to max mine out either. I don't really see the point. But
there we go. Hard drives, SSD storage. All right. We've got a 980 Pro 2 terabyte internal gaming. That's the PCI Gen 4. That is $129. I'm looking for your one we were talking about, the 990.
Was that the Black Friday? Is it you got to separate? Yeah, Black Friday?
I got the Black Friday. Here it is, the 990 Pro 4 terabyte 250.
Okay.
And that is exactly what it's going to be. The Samsung 990 Pro 4 terabyte NVMe internal SSD 250.
All right, sounds like it matches the model line 970, 980, 990. So it sounds like it's the same technology with more storage.
It was, yeah, they've got $100 off basically. It was $350 and now it is $250.
Okay, it's starting to sound a little more logical. The only other thing I called in to say is I don't know if we have a lot of Nintendo Switch fans, but they're offering a 2-game voucher for I think either $90 or $100.
That's right, they are. Yeah, you're right.
And
I don't remember the deal, but they did. I think they did this last year.
Yeah, you have to be a Nintendo Online member or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you can basically pick any 2 current games. I noticed, well, maybe it's because it wasn't out at the time, but Super Mario RPG wasn't one of them. Which I've just started playing and all day and then enjoying the stew out of it.
Well, which game was it?
The new Mario RPG.
Oh, Mario RPG. Yeah, see, look at Mario, man. Mario Wonder, doing great. Mario RPG getting tons of great reviews and doing great as well. Mario's rolling in it right now. So, And I think his movie's only $10 for the Black Friday deal.
It brought a lot of people back to the nostalgic element.
Yeah, I've heard fantastic things about Wonder, and RPG is that's one of the games I never played on the SNES. And I'm looking forward to playing that on the Switch.
I thought about getting the Wonder, but maybe I will now. I'm enjoying this one so much. I know it's not RPG, but okay.
It's not, but hit up the YouTube and watch some reviews about it if you're curious.
Yeah, too bad they don't let you have a demo. That's what makes me buy more games than anything, is playing a chapter or two.
I totally get you, but do Mario games really need a demo?
No, they really
How many
don't.
times have you played a Mario? You know, it's like Mario Kart where there's a free demo. Please, have you played Mario Kart in your life? It's the same thing. Well, Rob, thank you for calling in, buddy.
Yeah, of course. Bye.
Take care. We're going to run over to Chris now and get him on the line. Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man. Whoa.
What's the matter?
Got some feedback.
Echo.
Well, let me turn the volume off the monitor down then.
Yeah, do that. Okay, that's good. You there? Chris?
I wasn't pressing the talk button, so hang on.
Okay.
It's newfangled technology, I swear.
What?
There we go. I just turned the stereo off.
Check one. Oh wow! I'm still coming through the. I'm still hearing myself echo through.
Well, how about now?
Testing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're fine. You're coming through clear, but every time I talk, it echoes back in.
Oh well, who knows? Anyway, but like Rob was playing, I've been playing the new role-playing game with the Mario RPG. I picked it up on Friday, and I hadn't spent a bunch of my points at GameStop, so I basically traded those in and got a $25 off and used my $5 off a month, through their pro membership thing, and got it for half price. So that's good. That's good enough for a Black Friday deal or something like that.
I think so. It's going to be very hard to talk to. Whoops, I was bringing down the wrong pot. Might be a little tough to. Okay, it's not. Doesn't sound like it's feeding back like it was. I do hear something on the other end, but it's not my voice coming back in, so that's good. Anyway, yeah, that does sound like a good Black Friday price. Are you looking for anything else? Are you thinking about? Are you seeing if something else is going to drop in price?
Well, I've bookmarked some games, digital games on the Switch and PlayStation that I'm kind of interested in. I want to just wait and see if they come on sale.
Which ones?
And, well, one of the ones I'm looking forward to on the Switch is a new, I think it was called Backpack Hero, and it's where you play a rat, and as you gain levels, you add slots to your backpack that you can put items in there. It's kind of like a storage item sim, kind of like the old Diablo 1 where you have to manage your slots in there, and the more weapons that you pick up, the more damage you can do. You can build all kind of different builds. Well, it came out on Switch here recently, so I've got an eye on that, and another digital one that's a role-playing game that has a little bit of adult content in it, supposedly what I've read, that looks pretty good, so I may keep an eye on it. And I can't think of the other one on PlayStation, but just anything else like that, I'll just keep an eye on and see if it comes down on price in the next week or so.
Yeah. Steam's autumn sale is kicking off, I think, Tuesday for your PC gaming type stuff, even though a lot of other things are, doing their Black Friday deals. I don't necessarily we're going to see anything that's surprising out of the Steam sale stuff, but, another chance to pick up something that was on sale before and you didn't get.
I was about to say more of the same old.
Basically.
Yeah. So
and I'll probably go out Friday, on Black Friday, and just go to town, maybe go by a Target and GameStop, a place or two, maybe 10 or 11 o'clock. And if I see something that, that's a good price, I don't have a physical copy, something I could add to the collection, like, yeah, $15, $20. Yeah, I may play it, I may not, maybe one or two, and then, maybe like the Mario movie, or just one or two things, and then, call it a day and head back to the house and relax.
Yeah, that's a good way to play it.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I'm looking at the review, the quick scores for Backpack Hero seem to be received pretty well.
No,
very well received game.
Yeah, it is. It's a very well received game. So, good pick on that one there, Chris.
Yeah, I used to watch a guy that played the early access of it, or when it first came out on Steam, and he had 5 or 6, 7 videos where he kept going through it, and it was fun for me to watch, and I wish I could play it. And then I saw recently, it came out on Switch. Heck yeah! So immediately bookmarked it, and I think it's on sale now as it is already. But I think it's like $16 now. But I'll see if it drops any lower in the next few days or so, and then eventually pick it up.
Yeah, looks like it's on sale. Yeah, like you said, $16.99, but that's 15% off right now on Steam. So
that's on Steam. Yeah, probably. Yeah. It's probably going to mirror a little bit on the Switch. Maybe, I don't know, but we'll find out. We'll see. And don't forget that you might find a gift card or two that are, like Nintendo Cash or whatever that stuff is. You know what I'm saying? Credit for the Nintendo Store that will be, $50 for $40 or something like that, where you can get a gift card off of that. So there's other ways to go about it, and maybe grab what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Anything that's free money is a good way to go.
Yeah, and we're going to get into that coming up in the next segment when we're talking about the consoles here, because we got some really good deals if you're looking for a brand new console, be it a Series X, a Series S, or a PlayStation 5. Actually, no, I'm sorry. No PlayStation 5s on this list. They're all Microsoft. PlayStation does have a console available, a PlayStation 5. It's a bundle, I think. Comes with
it's like a bundle of
Spider-Man 2
and Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's like that, not the best. that I know. Let's go back to systems real quick as I'm looking for them here.
So is that the one with the disk drive or without the disk drive?
Probably with the disk drive.
Okay.
Yeah. PlayStation 5 Spider-Man 2 bundle is $500 at Target and Best Buy, and the Call of Duty bundle is $500 at Best Buy and Newegg and everywhere else. So I mean, you're still going to pay $500 for your PlayStation 5. Now, if you're going to go for a Switch, or if you're going to go for the Xbox Series X, you got a lot more options to pick from here, and we're going to go over those coming up in the next segment as well. Is there anything else, maybe not game related, that you're looking for, Chris?
Let's go out and go look around, and look at a couple of stores, and something grabs my attention, and I'll just go ahead and grab it. But like Rob was talking about, those memory cards for the PlayStation 5, you gotta, I'd definitely check into the specs that, Sony says that what's compatible. And if none of those match up on that card that it's on sale, then it ain't worth it.
I remember when I got the PlayStation 5 originally back in 2020, and I was looking into how to upgrade the internal hard drive, because I was like, 1 terabyte. I guess it was 1 terabyte. I'm not sure exactly how big it was, but I was like, let's see how great the expansion is. And you could not, at that time, there was only a few cards you could pick from to put in there because the speeds had to be a certain rating. And I mean, it's still that way, but there's more cards on the market for you to pick from now. Back then, there was like 2 or 3 that you had the option to pick from because their speeds had to be up to par with what the PlayStation 5 was going to be pulling for it. And those were expensive. We're talking in the $300 range for, $350 or so for a terabyte of that. And now, I mean, I know what Rob's talking about, and we only 4 terabytes for $250. That's a lot of room.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Luckily, so far, I haven't had that issue with the internal storage that it came to fault. I've only been using about a fifth or a fourth at the maximum. So
yeah, totally.
But my buddy Mason is running out of room because he's got family. His son plays it, and he plays different games, and Call of Duty is one of them and all. But yeah, I can see him definitely wanting to get one or would need one because he was complaining about the memory running out and having to delete things and make room for different upgrades and downloads and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be a tough call for me because if I were to get one of those, I wouldn't know if I'd probably lean more towards putting it in my PC than I would be putting it in my console.
Yeah.
There's way more on my PC than there is on my console.
Yeah, well, you can still put your external hard drive on that thing, right?
Yeah, you totally can do that.
Those things are like what are they getting? Like 12 to 16 terabytes.
You can. You're not going to get the And I remember we talked about this. There was restricted early on. You could put stuff on your external, but the system couldn't read from that. You had to move it from your external to the system hard drive in order for it to read and play your game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like that's how my PS4 is set up right now.
Right.
I mean, it's got an external Western Digital sitting next to it, and I just move files from here and there. Yeah. So I wouldn't have to delete. It's just a process of moving files.
Moving the file over and that sort of thing.
So the same setup would apply to the, I'm assuming the same setup would apply to the PS5.
I think they got that. I think they worked that out. Yeah, I think you're exactly right. So, we got a thing for Mario here. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is $40 on PSN, $35 on Amazon and Best Buy. So if you want to buy it digital, you can get it for $40 on PlayStation Network.
Check QVC.
There's that too. QVC can still get you a deal. The QVC deal is great because it's just a coupon code for whatever they've got.
Yeah.
If the game is over this amount of price, you'll get $20 off. I think if it's over $40, you'll get $20 off. And then that's it. And I think it's free shipping as well. And the code was Holiday20. Mm-hmm. So keep that in mind if you go there to do that. I'd sent the Mario Wonder off, and somebody said they had to jump through a ton of hoops for it, but they finally got the deal. Mm. So your chance is, you may have to jump through a lot of hoops, but it's there waiting for you if you can get it. So, hey, Chris, we're running up to the bottom of the hour here. Anything else before we go?
Yeah, the other thing I wanted to mention for Christmas music, I'm sure you may have been aware a fan of the different Irish groups like the Clancy Brothers and things like that. Well, years ago they released a Christmas album on an LP, and I was looking. I said, "Well, I never have added that one to my collection," and I found a brand new one for like $20 for the buy it now price, including shipping and everything. And the other ones that were open and used were higher than that. And I said, "Yeah, I can't beat that." But if anybody else is out there that loves the old-fashioned, classic Christmas songs, they ought to look up the Clancy Brothers version of Silent Night. Oh my God, I don't think anybody could beat that version from them on that one song. It'll put a tear in your eye.
Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate you calling, or not calling in. You appreciate you jumping on Discord, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all later then.
All right, buddy.
Take care now.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye. What was I going to say? There was something I was going to talk about. I guess the hard drive space, maybe. I can't remember.
That'll come to you.
It will. It'll come to me again. I can't remember what it was going to be. But anyway, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll go over those console prices. Really target your best bet on that one. We'll talk about it. Again, going back to October, to games released in October, spooky stuff. Here is Ghostbusters, Spirits Unleashed. And it is the Clock Tower Battle is the music from this. And we'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. Welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from a game called Overpass 2. It's the menu music of the game. Jumping right back into our discussion here for the Black Friday deals going on. So the PlayStation 5 only comes in a bundle with Spider-Man or a bundle with Modern Warfare or Call of Duty, whatever the next Modern Warfare thing is. So those are your two bets on. I know. I have no idea at this point where they're at.
Yeah, the next one.
Yeah, it's just Call of Duty. It's got
There's so
that.
many. You just lose track. Yeah.
Well, I remember they rebooted it, right?
I guess
because they had released Modern Warfare way back in the Xbox 360 days, and then they said, we're going to do Modern Warfare again, but it's going to be this updated version. And then they went with Modern Warfare 2, and now they're at 3, and
it keeps showing up on my interface on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Keep having to delete it.
So if you're looking for an Xbox Series X, you've got some options here, or even a Series S. The best deal that everybody's agreed on seems to be from Target. For $450, you can get an Xbox Series X and a $75 gift card.
Oddly enough, they have another version of that same deal that comes with Diablo 4 included for no extra cost. So you can get the one that gets you Diablo 4 and a $75 gift card for $450, or you can just get the console itself and the $75 gift card for $450. I'd go with the one that comes with a free game. Why not? Xbox Series S, I don't know what anybody agrees with on if it's a good deal or not, but those are $250 across the board. Target has one for $250, but Walmart has one for $270. The Gilded Hunter bundle, I'm not exactly sure what all comes in that. GameStop has a Series X Forza Horizon 5 bundle for $500. But they also have that $450 bundle with Diablo, except you don't get a gift card from them like you do from Target. Best Buy has... What does Best Buy have? Now, Best Buy's got a great deal, but you've got to be one of their Best Buy Total Plus member things. I don't know how much a year that subscription is, but you've got to be a member for it. You can get a Series X for only $400, and you'll get a $50 gift card.
I think that it seems that the Gilded Hunter bundle is basically add-on for 3 of the games on the system. That's pretty much it.
All right. But yeah, you can get a $50 gift card and a $400 Series X. Not a bad deal, but you have to be one of their member things, and that is never great. So those are your console deals. It ain't great. We've constantly said this. The Black Friday situation this year is not good. Another good place to check, by the way, is Slick Deals. Slickdeals.net. I am a member over there, and I can tell them, I was like, don't, you can send me notifications if, and I had, for the longest time, I had the 2230, whatever whatever the model number is for that hard drive I was looking for my Steam Deck.
Right.
I had that marked so that anytime a deal came through that had that in the description, they'd shoot me an email or a text or something like that to let me know, hey, this popped up. Right now I've got monitors. I'm looking at those. Not like I'm going to be picking any up, but a second monitor at the house that is the same resolution. I've got a 1440 monitor as my main and a 1080 as my secondary. I like to either bump that up to a 1440 or get a widescreen monitor and make it my main and move my 1440 over. So
with the curved one?
Maybe curved, I don't know. I really haven't, honestly, I'll tell you, I haven't looked at monitors in a long time to know what's new and what's good out there.
I think the last one I looked at was at Micro Center.
Yeah.
I was in Atlanta and saw one. It was like, and I saw the width. I mean, the curved monitor.
There's what
that takes up a lot of space, man.
There's what I would like.
It looked good, but my goodness,
I would like that for Christmas. A Micro Center that's closer. Put a Micro Center in Birmingham. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I would love to have one. Oh man, I'd love to have one of those. I hear about deals going on all the time, but they're always in-store deals, and it's like, well, I ain't driving all the way to Duluth to go get my deal. So
a lot of good stuff in there too. Yeah.
Oh man,
when I went in there, yeah.
I've actually never been in one.
Really?
Yeah, never been in one. I've seen videos. I have seen pictures of people inside of. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that, but I've actually never been in one myself.
Well, if you ever take a trip to Georgia, make a side stop or something.
I mean, I know it's there.
Yeah,
I totally know, but I've never had a reason to stop at one. I was trying one time when I was trying to get that graphics card way back when, and was passing through the area, and was like, oh, you know what, I'm going to keep that in mind. But no, I didn't stop.
Yeah,
and they didn't have it, but I didn't stop it. So,
yeah, we went there for something else, and it was just. Spur of the moment decision, like, hey, you know, we got a Micro Center here. Like, oh, I keep hearing about that place. Let's go there.
Was that when you went to AWA?
No, one for AWA actually. It was for just a get together in.
That's cool.
I think it was a get together in Lithonia, Georgia, and we went there and had a good time. It was just a side trip.
Yeah,
and we saw all that good stuff in there.
I know, it's fantastic. From what I've seen, would love to have one here. Let's see. I'm looking through the forums here to see if anything else has been brought to our attention. Nothing. I was just going to see if there was anything else. So we really didn't get a chance to hit the news. The only news we had, we got some Game Awards nominations. That's coming up in December. I will go over some of those for you now as I wait for the website to load. Thank you so much, IGN, for taking forever. Game of the Year. Well, we got Game of the Year. We never want to start with the Game of the Year. Let's see. Esports. No. Content Creator of the Year. No. Oh, by the way, do you remember a YouTuber way back in the day called Boogie?
Yes.
Yeah. What a downfall that man has had. There's somebody did they call it a documentary or whatever, but it was on YouTube, and it was about him today, and it is bad times. Not necessarily health-wise. He's still quite unhealthy. But financially and everything else, it is not good for that man. Not good. And this guy is just documenting how the dude's living. And I don't know how much of it is put on, perhaps. I hate to be all cynical, but when you're talking YouTubers and in the game world and stuff, and some kind of documentary that is made by likely another YouTuber or somebody, dude I've never heard before, it's very well put together. Very well cut, very well edited. It's very well done. But by no means is this some shining example of a documentary type thing. Given what I saw about it, though, the man, I had forgotten about a lot of the things that brought him down. Him, getting in trouble with, the things you get in trouble with on the internet. So, there's underage girls and things like this, and there was felonies and all these other things. So, yeah. I'd forgotten all about that. I remember reading about them popping up on Reddit and stuff, but I completely forgot about it. And it was really bad. They cover some of that in that documentary, but his life just, he's selling, just to make rent. He sells what he can of all his collectibles. But eventually he's going to run out of his collectibles because he's not bringing any more of those in because he doesn't have the funds to bring any more of those in. So, yeah, Anyway, I saw this because it's Content Creator of the Year, and he was the winner of that. I don't know ever how many years ago. Doesn't feel like it's that long ago. But
look,
man.
Now there was the release of Last of Us 2. We saw how for years.
Big crash and burn for that man. Best multiplayer game, Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Wonder. I'm betting Mario Wonder or Baldur's Gate's going to win that.
Whichever one's most popular.
Yeah. Best Sim Strategy Game, Pikmin 4, Advanced Wars 1 Plus, whatever that is, Company of Heroes 3, City Skylines 2, and Fire Emblem Engage. Best Fighting Game, Mortal Kombat 1, Street Fighter 6, Pocket Bravery, I don't know what that is, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, and something called God of Rock, which I have never heard of.
Yeah. I don't know if Mortal Kombat 1 is going to make it because of that controversy with the paid fatalities thing.
Maybe, but the interesting part about that is that Best Community Support, Destiny 2 got nominated. I know, right? I did it, by the way, I reappealed, I guess, or whatever. I logged back in and said, hey guys, it's been a few months since I've checked in on this, just seeing if there's anything that can be done or if I can do anything or whatever. Can we look at this? I just, I added something to it to see if maybe they would take a look. I saw a video posted by somebody who posts a lot of Destiny 2 videos and was saying If you've been banned, you should check and look into this. If your status still says that it is open, that means nobody has looked at it. And I went and I looked at mine, and it was still open. Nobody's looked at it. No one's looked at my appeal. So,
I'm gonna give it to a bot.
yeah. The Destiny 2 community support thing kind of raised some eyebrows, only for the fact that they had just fired a lot of their community management team and laid off a bunch of people. So, yeah. What else do we have? Best performance, best audio, best score. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Hi-Fi Rush, and Tears of the Kingdom. Best narrative, Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk, Phantom Liberty, Final Fantasy 16, and Spider-Man 2. Best game direction, everything I just said. Mario Wonder is in there, and Tears of the Kingdom is in there, but Spider-Man 2, Baldur's Gate 3, and Alan Wake 2. Game of the Year, Tears of the Kingdom, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, Spider-Man 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Alan Wake 2, and Resident Evil 4 Remake.
No.
I was curious what your thoughts on that would be.
No.
Are you saying no in the sense that a remake shouldn't be nominated for Game
I'm
of the
saying
Year?
it's not winning it.
Oh, okay. I'm saying a remake shouldn't be nominated for Game of the Year.
Okay. I mean, I can see that. I mean, it's a remake. If we've been here before,
Right.
so
You know,
and did it win an award back then when it was first released?
it may not have, but
I doubt it.
regardless, you know.
Yeah, I doubt it. So yeah.
Well, then why should it win now?
Why? Yeah, exactly. Why would it win now?
You didn't win then. Why do you win now as a remake? Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't believe that. I have a weird now.
How did that get put in there?
I don't know, man.
Because I'm thinking there had to have been something else.
It's Jeff Keighley. I don't know. I have no
There
idea.
had to have been something else for the year that would have.
They could have taken that spot.
Taken that spot.
Yeah.
Because I can't see that being even a legit contender at all for that title.
Starfield, by the way, nothing. Starfield got no nominations.
Ooh. Resident Evil 4 might be a slap to the face for Starfield then, if that's the case. Out of spite, we're not even going to put you in that. We're going to give it to some other title instead of you.
Thar66 says it's there for RPG. Hang on, let me go look. Is that all, though? Yeah, Starfield is in there. But so is Baldur's Gate 3, which is probably going to win.
Just win something.
Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and Starfield. So, yeah.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is taking something. I believe. Wow, Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Uh-huh.
I don't see it winning, but
Yeah.
I don't see. But I'm trying to figure out why it's even there to begin with.
Spider-Man 2 was the best-selling game of October in the United States. We got an update on Suicide Squad. There's a 20-minute video, mostly gameplay, mostly all gameplay,
Okay,
mostly early gameplay.
so still got glitches in it.
No, I wouldn't say that. No, I didn't see any glitches. This is something they produced. Rocksteady,
Okay,
the developer, produced this, or I would say the publisher probably produced this. But this is a pristine look at the game. This is not somebody playing it. I mean, it does show gameplay, but it's the devs doing it, so they're not going to show you anything they don't want you to see.
okay.
So we did get a 20-minute video. It kind of shows the opening of it as to how these four characters get their traversal abilities. In other words, why are they bouncing all over the city? How does that work? How does gameplay work? What are their powers like? I will say this is a much better presentation of the game than previous presentations have been. This is better. I want to see more, and I'm still not sold on it just yet. But I do want to see more. It seems like it might be fun as a co-op type title. They do say you can play single player and you can jump around between the different characters as you wish. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to stick with one all the way through or something like that, or through sections where you have to stay with this character or whatever. You can jump around and play who you want to play as you're playing the game. But the map is twice the size of the Arkham Knight map, which is very big. And if you're gonna give us a map that big, you got to give us traversal that helps with getting from point A to point B.
Now, switching between characters, is it going to be like switch at that point, or is it going to be like GTA 5, where wherever they're at, that's where you go?
Well, you're always in a group.
Okay, so it's on the spot.
Right.
Switch out.
Well, let me put it to you this way. If you're playing by yourself, you're always in a group. I mean, you're all going to be playing in the same area. Like if you start to go in a different direction, they're going to follow you there.
Okay, yeah.
That
Solo
sort of
play,
thing.
yeah.
But if you're playing as co-op, then sure, somebody else can be over in all different kind of parts. I assume this is the first of many other videos that they're going to produce to go over the game itself. They're really trying to do a lot of band-aids over
Yeah, but the thing is,
the reception that it first took.
But the thing is, though, this is basically a derivative of a Batman game, right? And I'm used to playing that single player,
right.
So I'm going off the Batman experience I've had with their games in the past. So if I'm having to play in a group thing or whatever, I'm thinking of my experience in Batman.
Right.
So if I'm swapping characters in that format, how am I going to do the swapping of characters thing? While you're here, I'm doing this, and then swap over. Go like I said with the GTA 5 format, like switching over where
they haven't gotten into that aspect yet. They just did say that you can play the characters. You can switch characters on the fly anytime you want. So yeah, Thar66 says looks okay, but not sure yet. And I'm in the same mindset on that.
Still a wait and see type
Very
mentality
much,
on that one, yeah.
Half-Life is currently free on Steam, by the way. They're celebrating the 25th anniversary of Half-Life. So Half-Life and maybe Half-Life 2, or maybe just Half-Life. Anyway, it's free on Steam.
Never played that.
One of the early...
that and Parasite Eve.
Oh.
Another title I've always wanted to play but never got around to doing. Parasite Eve. Yeah.
Yeah. Half-Life Alyx, by the way, the VR version, is currently at the lowest price that I've ever seen it right now for this 25th anniversary. It normally goes on sale for like $27-$30. I think it's down to 20 or 25. It's a pretty good deal right now.
Okay.
And I've been considering it because it is, from what I understand, it is a showpiece for VR. So yeah. And what else we have? PlayStation Portal, that device that costs like $200, but you can only stream your PlayStation games to the device through the internet with it. Sold out in 2 days. That thing went fast. We got somebody calling in, but we only got about 3 minutes left. Hi, you're on in-game chat. Who's this? Hello.
Hey, it's Matt.
Oh, God, it's
Hey.
Matt. We got like 3 minutes, man. What's up?
Half-Life, 25th anniversary, that game changed video games.
Oh, yeah,
I know
totally.
a lot of kids who were not around back then, but for storytelling, that very first intro into Black Mesa was just phenomenal. Like it blew everyone's mind.
We'd never seen anything like that before.
Never, yeah.
And now we see it all the time, or at least back then, once that had released, there was a wave of like, okay, this is, it kind of set the standard of how you do single-player narrative games.
Valve just released on YouTube like an hour documentary about Half-Life.
Yeah.
And the creation of it.
Yep.
It was really interesting.
They sure did. Man, where are you right now?
Just past Montgomery Mall.
Oh, okay, you're in town. I didn't know if you were out of town.
I'm in town.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, man.
Yeah, I
Well,
was just listening real quick and wanted to chime in.
you've got Half-Life Alyx, right?
Oh, yes. I love it.
Yeah, that's also a good, like I said, it's a showpiece for VR.
Yes.
It does. I mean, it seriously does for VR what Half-Life did for the thing before. It's really, really, really good for what they did with VR. So, well, Matt, great to hear from you, man. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and hope you'll join us again soon here.
All right, man. Have a great Thanksgiving.
You too, man. Take care.
Take care now.
Bye.
Bye. That is going to wrap things up for us as well. We're going to call it a night. I've posted the spreadsheet there in our chat room. I will throw it in our Discord, and if you need it, just shoot an email to us, everyone at ingamechat.net, and we'll get it, and I can show you, I can give you a link to the Black Friday spreadsheet that we got set up so you can take a look at it if you'd like to. But I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thanks for the calls from Matt and from Rob and from Chris. We do appreciate you guys every week as you tune in. Don't forget to join us on YouTube. Subscribe to us there. Our Discord, also subscribe to that. InGameChat.net is where the show will be posted tomorrow, along with YouTube and iTunes. So subscribe to us there as well. Have a fantastic holiday, a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm going to leave you with music from Endless Dungeon. It's the main title, and we will see you in 2 weeks back here for more of In-Game Chat. Have a great holiday. Keep it safe, and hopefully you get all the deals you're looking for. See ya.